Hi, how are ya? Wonderful weather we're having. But not. Come along with me today as we start in the morning making muffins. Now I'm ready for the day and I'm feeling good. We have had the flu for the past 5 days in our house. Nasty flu, like a stomach flu, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Still have a knot in my stomach, honestly. Have not eaten meat since 5 days ago, which to some people that's not really a big deal. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna make you a sandwich that has gotten me through.
So this was the only meal that I could stomach the day before, and it was a blueberry bagel with mayonnaise, olives, cheese, and pickles. I don't know why, don't ask me. I also had a bowl of ice cream because I was finally feeling good. Anyway, here I am cleaning up. I'm about to start talking again in the video, so I will be back.
Did you miss the sound of my voice? I was on a very long phone call. I ended up having a sandwich and ice cream. Don't tell my kids. Oh, and guess what I just made? Oh, it's kind of burnt. I made it for my gremlins, but I will be having some. Definitely overcooked. Disappointing. I'll be right back. Here's the deal. Yesterday was like the first day in 5 days that I could actually eat something. And today I did go a little overboard, but you know what? I am feeling good and hungry and starved, malnourished, all the things. So I'm okay with it. I wish you guys could talk back to me. I need some help. I need some motivation here. Oh, podcast. That always does it. I guess that means we'll do another voiceover.
So if anybody has any tips for not getting sick, they would be greatly appreciated. I have had a cold every other week for the past 6 months, I swear to you. I do think it has to do with my stress levels. I know that I get sick when I get stressed, so hopefully now that we're in our house and mellowing out, things can be more relaxed. Anyway, we're hoping that also this warm weather will finally come around too, because I don't know where everyone else lives, but we have had the most snow that we've had in years. It just won't quit. It's never really been a lot at once. It's just been very consistently snowing. So now that it's March, it's finally warming up. Since we have a new house, we don't have anything in the yard finished, and the mud is insane. The amount of times that my kids get stuck in the mud, it just frustrates me. Not to mention having a dog, a puppy, playing out in the mud. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't even tell you. I do have an industrial sized push broom, so when the mud dries, it turns into dirt, and that makes it a lot easier to sweep on my giant floors. Anyway, as usual, here I am cleaning my house and my dishes and all the things. You would think, I'm 26 years old, you'd think I'd get into a rhythm of finishing the dishes after dinner at night. And sometimes I can go like a solid week and a half of doing the dishes after dinner at night, and then I just fall off the wagon, and it's another month until I do the dishes after dinner. That being said, there are literally dishes in my sink right now. It's 8 p.m. and I will not be doing them tonight. I don't know how moms do it, because when my day is done, I am physically and mentally exhausted. Like, I have done all the things. I am done doing the things, you know? And I would be the first to agree that if you really do have a kitchen reset at night, it makes your day better the next morning. I just can't always find it in me to do that, you know? Alright, I have a question about dishwashers. Do you use the heated dry or not? I go through phases. I feel like it probably saves me millions of dollars when I don't use the heated dry. But then it's a lot harder to dry your dishes off. They're not just dry for you. So tell me below if you use the heated dry or if you've seen a benefit, or if you are cheap like me and you just shake your dishes off really fast before you set them in the cupboard. Because that's what I do. Here I am doing laundry. Can I tell you the amount of times that I have to do laundry? You know what's funny is I've been in a pretty good rhythm of doing laundry the last 3 days. And I can see it slowly going downhill. But my goal is tomorrow to have it all finished. Oh, you know what? I just realized I need to do laundry tonight. Okay, when I'm done with this, I'm not gonna reset my kitchen, but I am gonna go switch over the laundry. Did you see my cat sitting up there on my counter? Number one biggest pet peeve. It is my cat's favorite place to sleep, and she'll always sneak in there when we're not paying attention, and her cat hair gets all over our clean clothes. The dang cat drives me nuts. I used to love her. I still love her. She just doesn't like me, and we just kind of have a mutual, we stay away from each other, you know? Anyway, here I am doing laundry like always, and I'm talking on Marco Polo, so if you think I look weird, that's why. So there's that. My laundry room was so spotless the other day, but I also use it to do my candles, and so today I definitely made a big fat mess. I forgot to do the quote, but the one that I want to read today says, "The biggest mistake you can make in life is constantly fearing that you will make one," by Albert Hubbard. I think that was his name. Let's all go do something that we're afraid of.
All right, it has been a day. We're finishing off with a grocery haul, not from a grocery store, but from local farmers. Actually, that's not entirely true. Only some of these are local farmers. You'll see. Starting strong with 40 pounds of oranges. Listen, I shouldn't have bought these because my husband coaches water polo and they sell oranges, and they'll be selling them next week? Next month, I mean? Right now. So 80 pounds coming soon. You see that? 50 pounds of onions. I will show you how to freeze and chop and prep these so that when you want onions, you just pull them out of the freezer and they're ready to go. In here, 20 pounds of ground turkey. Just frozen solid. 10 pounds of green bell peppers. They're small, but I will be doing the same thing as I'm doing with the onions. I'll just wash them, chop them, and freeze them. So, 10 pounds of green bell peppers. Do I dare? 20 pounds of beets. Was it a wise choice? We'll find out. 10 pounds of spinach. Can you just look at the quality of this? This is so fresh. It's just ready to go. 10 pounds of spinach. 10 pounds of cheddar cheese. I normally like Colby Jack, but this was cheaper. And when you're on a budget, cheddar cheese goes farther because you have to use less of it. 20 pounds of tomatoes. Who wants some salsa? Look at these. They're so pretty. Who wants salsa? Who wants spaghetti sauce? Who wants... Should I touch all of them? Tomatoes. I don't even like tomatoes. Okay, we'll save this. 40 pounds of chicken. This I will be separating tonight and getting in the freezer. The rest of this you will be able to see in another video when I process all of it. The grand finale, 50. Ooh, 50 pounds of Fuji apples. Are you kidding me? Not bad. Like, some of them have spots, right, that need to be cut off. But you would not believe the price I paid for these apples and all of it. Make sure you're holding onto your undies. 33 cents a pound. Do you know how many pounds of apples my family goes through in a month? Like 15. Did I buy 50? Yes. Do I think we can handle it? Also, yes. Will I be making applesauce? Also, yes. This week, we will be making spaghetti sauce. More spaghetti sauce. Maybe some salsa. Definitely some applesauce. And hang around. Please subscribe because we have a lot coming Ever tried pickled beets? Ever tried pickled eggs? It's coming. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that chicken, separate it into baggies and frozen. Hang around, come back later. There will be more. And thanks for being here. Bye. Here are my 19 bags of chicken. I went ahead and I did the math. This is one thing I like to do. I know it's weird. I don't really write the date on my frozen chicken. Like when I separate meat like this, I usually just know like this is the freshest, because I don't have separated turkey or chicken like this in my freezer right now. But what I do write is the price per package. Obviously, some packages are going to be smaller than others, but a roundabout price for each package is about $4.40. So I know when I'm meal planning and when I'm cooking, I know that, hey, heads up, this meal is going to cost you $4.40 versus ground beef is going to cost you X amount of dollars. And then that kind of like helps me balance out my weekly meal planning for budgeting. So now I know each of these cost about $4.40. There's about 2 pounds in each one. So I hope that helped. All right, I did not record this. I did not have time. It was too noisy in here, but I did prep some of my 50 pounds of onions. Each of these bags are pureed, just like onion mash. 3 onions per bag. So I know that this will make me about 2 meals. I'll just let it defrost one day and use half of it for one meal and half of it for another. Also peep my candles that don't smell like anything. I also went ahead and chopped up lots and lots of, well, didn't chop. I sliced up chunks of bell pepper because I had bought 10 pounds of that bell pepper. I did 4 bags, and then the rest are in a spaghetti sauce right now, which I'll show you. So in here it is stuffed full. It has, I think, 3 or 4 bell peppers, tons and tons of tomatoes, 3 onions, and then some carrots. I love to put zucchini in mine, but I didn't have any, and we're just going with what we have. So got some spaghetti sauce going. All right, last thing for now. I took about 10 apples and I shredded them with my food processor into little shreds. And I have 1 big one and 7 small Tupperwares. And this we'll just use for like baking or whenever we have oatmeal and we want shredded apples in it, and we'll just freeze them. Will you say hi? We'll freeze them, and then as we're ready to add them to the oatmeal, we'll just defrost them and then cook them up with the oatmeal. So, getting rid of the apples.
Plot twist, I'm still here. You would think that this video would be over by now, but it's not, and that's okay. Just a follow-up on the apples. Nobody likes cooked apples in their oatmeal except for my husband. So those are just for him now. We tried it once and we won't be trying it again. We like fresh apples in our oatmeal. Anyway, here are some beets that I made. I cooked them in my pressure cooker and I'm just peeling them and I'm going to pickle them. My grandma used to always pickle beets and I loved it. We also ate them regular and I also loved that. This recipe was easy. It was an overnight fridge recipe. I think next time I will try white vinegar. The recipe called for apple cider vinegar, but I feel like I can taste that just a little too much. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes when I try a new one. We are done. We have, I think, a couple beets left in one of those jars. We did the 2 jars, and then there was enough to do 1 Tupperware full. So once we finish up those last ones, I'll go make some more because, as you saw, we have so many beets. Here's the cheese. If you don't shred your own cheese, well, that's fine, because I also have gone through times where I don't either. But this cheese melts so much better than cheese that you buy at the store. The cheese that's like pre-shredded has like I think it's, what is it called? Cellulose on it or something. It just is that powdery stuff, and it just makes it so hard for the cheese to melt. So, I don't know. I would recommend cutting your own cheese if you're someone. I mean, if you make nachos, come on, you want the cheese to, or grilled cheese sandwiches, you want it to be melted. So, I would recommend cutting it up yourself. Anyway, I'm just really glad you guys hang out with me. Whoever does hang out with me, I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad that I feel like I have some friends and some support. And yeah, thanks for watching. Here's all my cheese. I hope you guys have a better day today than you did yesterday.